Today, we're going to be talking about what 97.2% of new soldiers do when they get to their new units. But without further ado, let's get to it. Alright guys, I know 97.2% is a little specific, right? That's not necessarily the case. It's just going off of my experience and what I've seen from new soldiers at their first duty stations, whether it was me, my buddies, or just soldiers that we got in the future once we were already established in our military careers, right? So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be kind of just a little insightful thing so you don't do these. So I'm gonna list these off, and my advice to you is try to do the opposite of what these new soldiers do, right? It'll set you up for success and you'll probably have a better time in the military. I mean, that's not necessarily true because some of the stuff these guys do is fun, but it can probably get you into trouble or just lead to, you know, bad life decisions down the road, I guess you could say, or you might have regrets later on. But with that being said, if you're new here, my name is Ben Allen. I did 4 years active duty, a year and a half in the reserves, currently officially done with the military out. So I have that active duty knowledge, that reserve knowledge. If you have any questions whatsoever, hit me up on my Instagram at Ben_Allen175. It's the best possible place to reach me. I also have a Discord. The link will be down in the description. And my goal here is to hit 100,000 subscribers in the next 6 months, so I need your all's help to do that. So be sure to smash the subscribe button, hit the like button so it pushes this video out to a larger audience, and yeah, let's go ahead and jump straight into the topic. So the first thing I see new soldiers or privates in general do when they get to a new unit is they start looking for the cars, right? The Mustangs, the Camaros that they were probably promised at the recruiting station, right? My advice to you is, if you're going to be one of these soldiers, do not go to a dealership that is close to base, because those guys know, right? We're in like a military city. We got the base right there. We're gonna get some brand new privates to come buy some vehicles, and most people that buy these vehicles are fresh out of high school, so they don't really have a whole lot of experience buying cars. So next thing you know, you got fucking Tommy over here coming back with a brand new Mustang, Camaro, Challenger with a 40% interest rate, APR, whatever, right? And you're be making hella payments on that thing. It's gonna be expensive. There goes most of your paycheck, right? So you definitely do not want to do that as soon as you get your new unit. Wait off. I waited a year and a half to get my car. I'm really glad I did, because I was better versed. And when I did go, I took one of my roommates that actually knew about cars, or, you know, that's what I recommend you do. I actually went down home, had my parents help me out with my car. We did that, and it was solid. I got like, what, a 4 point something interest rate, which is pretty decent, so super happy about that. The next thing I see most new soldiers or privates do is strip clubs, right? Strippers in general. You're gonna get to your unit. There's gonna be those already established soldiers that have been there for like a couple years now, and there's always like one of them that wants to take the new guy out, show him a good time, right? Next thing you know, fast forward 6-7 hours in the night, it's like what, 1 in the morning, you're at a strip club, you're just blowing your money. Don't do that, guys. You do not need to go to a strip club to have fun. If that's you want to do it every once in a while, that's fine, that's cool, but I'm telling you guys, I can't tell you how many times I've seen brand new soldiers just go to strip club like first week of just being at their unit, hanging out, and just they come back with very little money because they don't know how to, you know, balance the finances and stuff like that, and so they're just, you know, just throwing it away pretty much. So don't be one of those soldiers. If you are, you know, have a budget, have a set amount of cash, you know, take like maybe what, $100 and then leave your card in the car, leave your cash in the car, and just take that. Once you're out, you're done. That's a good tip right there, right? Know when to stop spending your money on that. Next one I see a lot, and I'm guilty, is definitely drinking, right? Typically, again, this kind of goes back to, like, you know, bonding with the platoon. There's nothing wrong with, you know, drinking, but if you're the type of person that never drank before joining the military, or drinking really isn't your thing, and I'll tie in smoking with this one as well, is I see a lot of people that, you know, never really drank, never really smoked, pick up these habits fairly quickly because they're either peer pressured into it, or they just are super stressed out at the job and that's how they cope, right? So if that's you and you fall into that category, just try to find different outlets to, take out your stress from work and all that. You don't want to fall into the bad habit of drinking just because you're super stressed out. Drinking should be a fun thing, right? You should be doing it at the club. You should be, having fun with a group of people, not in your room alone in the barracks, just soaking away because you feel like you made a mistake joining the army and all that stuff. And then smoking, for the love of God, you don't need to smoke. You don't need to dip. If you've never done it, do not pick it up in the military. I cannot tell you how many people I've seen pick up that habit. It's disgusting, bro. I'm telling you. And if you do smoke, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's your own decision. I'm not bashing you guys for doing that. I'm just saying personally, you don't need to do that. So just don't fall into those habits, all right? So this next one is probably one of the biggest ones. I'm telling you, I see this constantly. Like, I've seen it constantly. You see it today. Like, you guys probably know somebody that's done this, is they get married way too soon. You have a soldier that's been in the military for all of 6 months, right? They did basic, their AIT or OSIT, and then they get to their duty station, they marry the first stripper they see, or they marry the first girl that looks their way simply to get the BAH benefits. I'm telling you guys, yes, BAH is cool. It sounds nice in theory, and it can definitely come in clutch. But at the same time, do not marry somebody you just met. If anything, you're better off marrying your homie. Marry a friend or something, but do not just some random person you find at a club or bar. Like, hey, do you want to get married for benefits? No, do not do that. You're literally setting yourself up for failure. I cannot tell you how many of my buddies got married fresh, into their first year of the military, divorced 4-6 months later, a year later, some still going, but they hate their marriage. They cheat on each other. It's just not the way to go. I'm telling you, I see it way too often. Just do the opposite of that. Just stay single. Don't get married until you're at least a little more established in your military career and you can financially support a family and stuff like that. Just my 2 cents on it. So the next one is spending a shit ton of money, bro. And this is more for the younger dudes, right? If you're fresh out of high school, you're joining the military, you didn't even have a job before joining the military, all this money is kind of a new thing to you, right? And what do people usually do when they make more money than what they're used to? They start spending it. They start buying the stuff they probably always wanted to buy. That's cool, but you really do have to learn how to budget. Don't take your entire paycheck and spend it at the strip club, spend it on alcohol. Don't do that, right? Don't spend it on a $6,000 PC gaming setup. Really manage that money. Don't spend it on stupid things. Make sure you have the finances to do it. If you got a big bonus, don't go wasting that bonus. I'm telling you, you want to save some. It's always good to have money in the reserves, especially if you're brand new, right? Just don't fall into the, oh yeah, you're the new guy, you gotta buy everybody drinks, all that shit. No, just save your money, bro. I mean, thank God I love money, so I don't like spending it a whole lot. So when I got to my unit, I wasn't going crazy buying things, so really learn how to manage your money. Take a class on it if you can. I definitely recommend that. We got 2 more things on the list, right? The next one being is don't, confine yourself to the barracks, right? I see this all the time. You get people that just come, they want to stay in the barracks on the weekends, they don't want to go out, they don't want to have fun, they don't want to explore the surrounding areas of the base that they're at. They just want to live in the barracks pretty much. I mean, you're gonna live in the barracks regardless if you're single, but what I'm saying is that's all they do. The only time they leave their barracks is to go to work, and then they come back and they're just playing video games in the rooms all the time. They're just doing nothing really, just wasting away their time. Go out and explore, right? You go out, see the place, make some friends, go make some memories out there. That's what the military is for, is make friends, make memories, and to do your job obviously, but just don't always be the type of person that just chills in your room. There's nothing wrong with wanting a little bit of alone time and relaxing, but learn how to balance having fun and also just introvert, extrovert, right? You just balance the two, become an omnivert, right in the middle of that. I think it would benefit you guys a lot, and you have a lot more fun. Your morale will probably be a little higher than usual, right? All right, so the last thing, guys, on this list that I see most soldiers do is just not ask enough questions. This is probably you know, the second biggest one besides, you know, getting married, right? But you just kind of like you're the new guy, right? You're kind of nervous. You don't want to ask a whole lot of questions. You don't want to be that guy, right? But it is okay to ask questions. You ask questions. If you're wondering about education benefits, how to use your TA, stuff like that, ask your leadership, like, hey, where's the education center? Where can I get my TA? How do I get my bonus, right? Like, because I see a lot of people that just don't ask about their bonuses, so they just never claim them. You have to take your paperwork to S1, right? How are you going to find out how to do that? You got to ask, right? So ask questions, guys. Do not be like 97.2% of soldiers that do not ask these types of questions. Anything in general, anything that I didn't mention in this video can be solved by just asking questions to your leadership. And if they're the type of leadership that get mad when you ask them questions or they get annoyed with you, go find somebody else in your leadership that will be able to help you. There's always going to be somebody there that's down to help you out. So definitely take that, guys, run with it, and just ask. There's no such thing as a stupid question. They might tell you it's a stupid question, but if you're genuinely like concerned or want the information, it's not a stupid question. So don't worry about that. And that's it, guys. That's a short little video that I just wanted to make. Just talk about, you know, things I commonly see, you know, in the military from new soldiers at a unit, and just how you can kind of like combat those little like stereotypes. You hear it all the time, like, oh yeah, the recruiter promised me a Camaro, right? Or when do I get my Camaro? And it's just learn how to, like, you know, grow beyond that, right? Don't spend your money on useless stuff. Don't get married straight out. You know, just have fun, but do it in a reasonable manner, you know what I mean? Trust me, I know as well as anybody, the military is full of debauchery. There's a bunch of crazy shit that goes down. It can be pretty easy to get lost in the wild times and the spending of money and all that type of stuff. Trust me, I've been there, I've done that, but as well as, you know, I learned how to balance that work-life party style, you know, together in a way. So if you guys have any questions about that, hit me up on my Instagram at Ben_Allen175, or in the comment section below. Let me know some of your wildest times in the military and what you're looking forward to it if you're barely getting ready to join. The Discord is also going to be in the description box. Our goal, again, is to hit 100,000 subscribers in the next 6 months, so I need y'all's help to subscribe and like this video so it pushes it out to a larger audience. If you guys fuck with the content, I post videos pretty much every week, so you guys can look forward to that by subscribing. And yeah, I really do appreciate y'all tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.